So here we got the Grand Finals of Losers Bracket. I guess it's not the Grand Finals.
The semi-good finals.
Yes. And then we have, so on the left is Team Peanut Butter. We have Raw Toast, our veteran player from the previous PBJenesis tournament. And on the right, we have the terrifying Nivlak 13. And these two actually had a match before in the very first round. It was unrecorded, so unfortunately we weren't able to see it. So now we get to see the legendary battle between them.
They have history, a backstory. It's intense.
So
could you give us a good old PBJenesis?
We got PBJenesis! Wait. When they start, we're going to go.
You're maxing out the audio.
Team Peanut Butter versus Team Jelly!
Sorry, headphone users.
Yes.
Is it really in Genesis if this is season 2, though?
Well, it's season 2 of PB. I actually thought about calling this PB Exodus.
PB Leviticus. PB. I like it.
I didn't think about that, but we could do that.
Actually, that one Beetle is just pushing on so hard, but is blocked.
So this is interesting. So see like how Nivlak 13 put that wall of toast right in the middle? And he put the cannons before that. So before this, they were playing. They're doing some friendly matches. And they're like, hey, Adam, what do you do against this strategy? Like, just build like a beetle in front of their face. I'm like, well, yeah, just build a piece of toast, and it's exactly what they're doing here. Like, that's on the purpose.
They're attracted to the toast, and they get stalled on it.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out that Ann who went the complete wrong direction is now on his path.
That's pretty funny.
I know he's dead.
He's trying.
Ants are not very smart.
So Nivlak 13 is a very, switches from hyper offense to defense. But he builds as many banks as he possibly can, but builds as few defenses as he can. Oh, was that a couple of salt? Did he salt there?
He's the original salter. I thought
he is actually, even though Tadako does it more. Oh, he lost his banks.
Yeah, he left that beetle on.
So salting, for those who don't know, is basically when you're just building your banks in the middle of nowhere.
Just sprinkling as you walk around.
Sprinkling it.
Yeah.
Instead of placing them in a grid.
Yo, if you want to see more salting, watch the past videos.
Oh, there was so much salting.
So salty.
And a character who normally doesn't salt started salting, and it was the greatest thing ever.
Yes. Also, like and subscribe.
Yes.
I'd salt all the time in Warcraft 3. My base would get completely taken over, and one little peon lives. So he runs away, and it's like, I can rebuild this. I can sort of do it. And it was always so epic, dude.
Oh my
gosh. Write
gosh.
books about all of that. It was so good.
I love Warcraft 3, and we had that game. Honestly, this game was really inspired by StarCraft. I love StarCraft so much. And Warcraft, that's where StarCraft is basically sci-fi Warcraft, so... but...
It might be controversial to some of the listeners. You just made some enemies, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure I made some enemies.
Oh well, they're nerds. They're not going to do anything.
I don't know. They could do something. I don't know. Well, if you have a problem with it,
like and
subscribe. Even if you say negative comments, it gives me more exposure. So,
so
it's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
They're using I want to call them the armpits more. I don't know, the little edges of the map.
Of the gecko?
Yeah, they're using
the map looks like a gecko.
A lot more than in previous matches. I like that.
Yeah, Nivlak 13 really has control of the middle of the board, so it's not looking good for Raw Toast. However, he's got some spawners, and
just as you said that, he's starting to spawn some stuff. So let's see if that turns it around at all.
If he can protect those, he'll be in a good spot.
What's in his right side over there? That little slowly creeping thing. Is that a beetle?
The beetles are faster than that. Where were you looking at? There. Oh yeah, that must be a splare. In the middle, in the very middle of the map, yeah.
It's weird that it went that direction.
Because beetles are a lot slower. It's a lot faster, I mean. Holy cow, hello there!
Hello there!
Hello there! General Peanut Butter!
You are money spender.
A lot of salting right now.
There's a lot of salting.
With those cannons.
Those banks.
I think I salt with cannons a lot. I think that's really the only time it's worth it to just place things haphazardly. I tend to put my banks in blobs where I can defend them a little better, because if you place a bank and then it gets destroyed, I guess it's not really wasted because you've gotten income from it. As long as it survives for long enough, it's worth it. Maybe I'll have to start salting banks, man.
So is there like a link in the description for people to download this game if they want to?
Yes, there is. So down below there'll be a link to download the demo of this game. It's on itch.io.
The demo is free.
Demo is free, and it's actually what you're seeing is what's available in the demo. So later at the end of this year, will be the full version. We'll have a single player mode, and perhaps some new stages. And depending how the support goes, I might add some more free DLC for this game as it goes along. But yeah, download that one below. And whoa, so you got Raw Toast. That was a really back and forth game.
Buy some ants.
I thought Nivlak had it the whole time.
Me too.
He had the most territory, and I guess Ratos just placed those spawners.
Well, those spawners,
Exact
if you can keep them,
yeah, they're worth it.
they're very worth it. Team Peanut Butter versus Team Jelly. I guess that was more weak that time.
What if?
Yeah.
Okay, I had a thought. What if the Giant's globe is actually a giant skull? That's why it's a globe.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
You know,
Who knows?
could be.
I thought we decided the Earth was flat.
No, it wasn't flat.
No,
And
this
isn't
game
flat
proves that it's not flat.
Because Jelly, he can't see Peanut Butter's
So
base
it
from
can't
his
be
thing.
flat.
So it has to be a globe.
That's true.
So
Science.
science. It's well researched.
Like one of the saddest things I've learned in becoming like more of an adult and such is that just because something makes sense, like a video game company to make DLC, like from Mario Kart 8, for example, more of it, I mean, doesn't mean it's going to happen. There has to be demand. There has to be support. It has to make logical and business sense. And so, yeah, if you guys support this game, like help it stay alive. I've enjoyed it a lot. I mean, how long have you been doing this game? How long was that first tournament ago? Was that like
that was 2019, so 2 years ago.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of love going into this game.
Oh, there's a
for sure.
lot of love, and like one reason why it takes so long is because like I'm doing this all while I'm working full time. I have a daughter, married. We have another kid on the way, so but still, I just love making this game so much. I love making games in general, and I want to make it the best as I can. So any support just makes the process goes faster.
You see all those piggy banks?
Yes, those piggy banks.
Oof. We need some of those piggy
We
banks.
need some of those piggy
IRL.
banks. IRL. And also in the link in the description below, there will actually also be a Patreon.
Oh, that
So
gnome
it's
just took
worth it.
out the whole defense. That's gotta hurt.
Oh yeah, so that's the good old gnome beetle strategy. I think we're gonna want to see more of it. And look at those. Yeah, look at that.
Ouch.
See how like his own gnome didn't destroy those beetles, and however he's building some beetles of his own. That's a really good comeback from that. Ants behind that have the high DPS. However, this is intense.
He's rebuilding his toast wall. That's gonna be good.
But I think he's gonna build
he
some.
needs some damage there. Yeah, beetles are good.
I love how all he has defending all these banks is one iron
Salting the
cannon.
banks within the area.
That one iron cannon deserves a raise.
Yeah, if Ratos could get down
Give you
there,
some
he could
friends.
wipe out Nivlak's banks. I wonder if he catches on to that.
But yeah,
Iron
game.
cannons are the only enemies that regenerate HP, right?
Yes,
Oh, I didn't know
They
that.
regenerate by themselves?
they do. They regenerate
I just
health.
thought it got bigger, so I
Yep.
was like, oh.
They regenerate health. No, I did that because I thought they wouldn't be powerful enough.
And now they're the
That's
lifesavers
very
of
good
the
to know.
game.
Confessions of an indie developer.
What I was gonna say earlier
Mm-hmm.
is just like game dev and stuff is pretty big on Twitch right now, and also YouTube. It's like making like devlogs and things like that's pretty huge. And I don't know, it might be worth trying out. Just stream yourself coding the game, and talking about the process. I mean, I think that could build a little community from it.
Actually, I think that's a good idea because there's been some shout out to DevDuck out there. He's great.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. I know. I remember I commented on the videos, Dylan, and you commented on it too. And so shout out to DevDuck. He's a good inspiration because he's working full time making a game, and it's kind of the same situation I'm in. So anyone else who listens to DevDuck, if you're creating games, you're not the only one out there. But no, that's a good suggestion. So
Yeah. a lot of streaming on Twitch, like even a couple days ago. Like I'm at this point when this is uploaded, I'm on a break. I'm retired from gaming content for now, but a couple days ago, I did a video editing stream, and there's a couple people that just hopped in and just watched me, and I was just talking and laughing with the clips. And I mean, there's so much you can do with it. It's not all just games. Like you could do a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot that like becoming like a professional Twitch streamer, that like you should like do just chatting sometimes, because that way the audience gets to know you as a person.
Yeah.
So that last victory, sorry to butt in, we've got some action going here. That last victory was, it was pretty even-sided until the very end when Raw Toast just rushed kind of unexpectedly.
And that one beetle and peanut butter.
Yeah, we're kind of seeing that happen again now. Each side is trying to gently rush while maintaining a defense. This is very tense.
Yeah, this map really produces some pretty, what's the word I'm looking for?
The flank!
Yeah, the flank. It's really easy to rush in and get under opponent in this stage.
Yeah,
it's very wide open.
This stage especially, because with how it's shaped at the edges.
Small too, honestly.
Yeah, it's very small.
Oh, man.
It's easy to get in there.
But dude, like, it's so addicting and so fun for me. Just to dodge the bullets.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you cannot hit me.
It's the
You know,
movement.
you just feel like the man.
And honestly, there really isn't any, like... I consider this to be an RTS game, personally, even though I've advertised it as a couch multiplayer game with real-time strategy and tower defense elements. I've thought of it as a developer. I thought of it as an RTS game first. And there's really no RTS games like this, where you are the cursor, and you have to dodge the bullets to get in there.
Yeah.
It's a good way to put it.
The game for sure.
Yeah, because I really haven't seen anything like that. So I mean, it's pretty exciting. So if you guys want to like be part of the history of RTS games, some
Part of the movement.
Part of the movement, you know, because the movement's so cool. But
so
Revolution will be televised.
Yes.
Raw Toast has a great opportunity to rush in and flank, and I worry he's missed it.
Yeah, that's a good question. Adam, like, when would you say is a pretty good time to just rush in at your opponent?
So, I think that there's a couple of reasons, a couple of situations. One is right after someone rushes you early game, and they, sorry, I'm trying to get my words here. If someone rushes you and they fail, that's the perfect time to rush them back, because they probably have nothing left. The other time to rush them is when you have a lot of money. The best thing, though, like, oh, I just love what he's doing here. He's just dodging those cannons, just filling those ants, just eating all of them.
Hand takes out like 8 cannons.
That was something.
Seizing the moment. You want to seize the moment, so keep paying attention to the mini map is important. So if you see a moment, like, oh, I can just go in there and just dump a bunch of these troops, that's
like how
another
the right
good time.
side is opening up on Jelly now. Peanut Butter could go in there maybe.
Yeah, and like one mistake Peanut Butter's doing. Sorry, this is outside the question now. Peanut Butter probably should have built those cannons on those right by the corners of the sink, because like he wouldn't be able to strafe otherwise.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of a hard question to answer. But I know for sure early game, if someone rushes you, you definitely want to rush them right after they rush you.
I wonder if we're going to see a counter meta develop against that, where people rush when they have more than enough to rush, you know, kind of like a fake out. They'll drop a bunch of expensive stuff and then die, and then wait for the counter to drain their opponent's funds while they...
Yeah.
So you got to look at your enemy's bank as well.
It'll also be interesting when this is played online, because you won't be sharing screens.
That's true.
So you'll have to, like, depend on the map.
Yeah, we're going to have to decide what they can see about
Yes.
the enemy.
So Michael will be helping me with the code of the sequel.
Yeah.
So hey, Michael,
Yeah.
stream your coding stuff.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
Right now,
And let me know, dude. I'm always down to support people growing and stuff. That's something I just love doing.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. We really, really appreciate it.
Right now, we're going to be using Unreal Engine. Let us know in the
That's the
comments
plan
if
for
you
now.
think something better would be different and why. We're leaning toward that because it has really quick graphical capability. We want to do some cool particle effects and things like that. And networking is not super complicated in Unreal. But
Yeah, the networking is the biggest reason, because like Game Maker Studio is really good for pixel games, which is what it is. However, we're still deciding whether we want it to be pixel or 3D in the game. We'll probably end up going pixel because that's what I have more experience doing. But we'll see how much support this game gets. So it really depends on the future. So the more you support this, let us know what you want in the sequel too, please. This game's made for you, and I think this is it. I think this is the end.
Didn't pick up the jar.
And Nivlak13 is the winner. He will get his revenge against Tadako the Salter.
This is going to be intense because Nivlak13 and Tadako have probably played the most friendlies in this tournament. Tadako's brand new, pretty much, and Nivlak has played a little more. So.
Well, actually, they both played about the same, actually.
Oh, really?
They did.
It seemed to me like Nivlak was more experienced. I wonder if he's just more confident, maybe.
Yeah, I think he's more confident.
Okay. Look how much more money Jelly spent, though.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Need a lot more, too.
Anyway, thank you for the awesome match. I was kind of thanking the players, but they're not here.
They're not.
Thank you guys if you're watching for the awesome match. Anyway.
Thanks for watching. This has been match 13 of PBJenesis Season
2.
Oh, no, that's not good. It's an unlucky number.
Tadako versus...
Where's my lucky number? I was born on the 13th.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, so...
You're going to get your identity stolen now, saying that online.
Yes, and I was born in the 13th month of the year.
Okay.
Of the year 2055.
Of the year 13 AD.
Yes.
Anyway, we'll see you next time, guys, in the Grand Finals. Tadako versus Nivlak13. And whoever wins...
And another quick thought, dude, you need to make a hero that can pick up the jar and run away with it. That would just be...